Today we're learning how to get into a Remi from an invert, and we're ending with a little split.
Yes, like Taylor said, we are getting into a Remi sit from an invert. So if you can get into a Remi sit without inverting and you want to try one that's a little bit more advanced than the regular no invert Remi sit option, this routine is a great one for you to try.
Yeah, and we're also using that like claw grip or funny grip depending on where you are. So you get to practice that as well. It's actually a lot more supportive with that grip, even than the other true grip. And when Karina started and she told me we were doing this because I'm not a fan of this grip, I thought like, oh, this is gonna be hard, but actually you get really comfortable with it.
And you know, the Remi sit and the genie that we do in front of it, they look like they would take a lot of strength, but actually they give you a little bit of time to rest your grip before you have to move on to the next transition. So that's something that I really like about it.
Yes. If you've been here many times before, you know that we're gonna go through a few things you should know before we get into the breakdown. If you wanna get into the breakdown, then feel free to skip ahead with the timestamp I've left below. But if you're not, we're gonna be talking about safety first. Make sure that you check your equipment, make sure everything is okay with your rigging and stuff. Make sure that you have a crash mat. Don't practice without one under any circumstances. And make sure that you warm up well and cool down well before and after you practice aerial. If you're looking for warm-up ideas, we will leave them in a playlist right up here. So if you haven't warmed up yet, do that first. Then come back to this routine to try it. Make sure you're wearing the right clothing for this routine. We're using our legs a lot, so many points of contact, so make sure that you have like all of your thighs free unless you're using a sticky pole. And I will let you know, since we have a lot of points of contact, don't put lotion on before you do this. Depending on the person you are, not even the night before. I did that, and if you practice with someone, they'll find it pretty annoying. You know, so make sure that you have a spotting buddy. Make sure you have someone to train with who can be your GPS in the air and your cheerleader, and if something happens, they're there to call someone or assist you.
Unfortunately, you cannot find the music for this routine synced up in this video. However, we did leave a short for you right up here that is synced up to the music. In this video, we're going to be breaking down how to do the routine, how to transition between poses, and the different tips and tricks that we use when we're doing it to make it easier so that when you give it a try at home, you don't need to be figuring out these things on your own, and hopefully it makes the routine a lot easier for you to try. By the way, I told Taylor that I don't really have a timing per se for this routine, so you will notice how our time are very different. Our timing is different.
I mean, yeah, sort of, but I do try to match yours a bit, but halfway through I gave up.
Yeah, I really don't have a timing.
She really doesn't have a time.
Yeah. However, if you find a timing, do let us see your routine. We always want to see your choreos as well. So we always also welcome you to come back to the channel on Friday so that you can see the video that we post. We do post a YouTube video that shows both of us doing the same routine, so you can see how two aerialists who might do the same routine and how it might look different based on our flexibility, our strength, our bodies. All of these things play a very important role in how our choreos look, and we do this because we want you to be more accepting of what it is that you're doing at home. So do come back to the channel on Friday and check that out. We will also leave you a link to the song that we use along with the timing which we get started down in the description below, so you know exactly what song we're using, what version of the song we're using, and when we're getting started.
Now that we've covered everything, let's get started. Hi aerialists, so let me show you how to do this routine. We're starting with our normal spin. We have our right hand in forearm grip at about eye level, and then our left hand is in true grip above our head, so like your thumb is up. You're just holding like normal. From here, you're splitting your legs. I'm going to put my right leg in front, the same leg as the arm that is holding in forearm grip. I'm going to keep tension on the pole by pulling it down to keep myself under the rigging point. My left leg is behind me. I'm going to engage my back and my core, and I'm going to bring this left leg to the front as I pivot off of my right leg to keep myself under the rigging point as I add spin. Once I'm done adding enough spin, I'm going to lift my legs, come to my first climb. In my climb, I'm just going to do some extensions and kind of tuck into what Karina calls a half ball. Before I reach up, hold on with my right hand, extend my left hand here, and then hold on back to the pole and get ready to straddle. So I'm straddling and I'm going to hook my outside leg. So I'm holding here, straddle, hook, From here, I'm going to release my left hand, reach up, bring my right leg in front to get into genie. From here, I'm going to take my right hand and bring it underneath by lowering my left hand first. Reach under with funny grip, so it's like this claw grip. The pole is between your index and middle finger like this. From here, lean down. You should be locked in your genie here. Then you're going to reach back up, hold between your legs with your left hand, release your left leg, bring it out and around to get into the supported Remi sit here. You can release your hand, pull it over your head to hold this pose. From here, hold on to the pole with your left hand, release your left leg, and extend into your split. From here, bring your left leg over to get back into your Remi. Release your hand as you squeeze with your bottom leg to release and keep yourself on the pole. Then you can pull yourself up and come down. That was so much fun.
If our Remi is a little too challenging for you and you want to try a routine that has a lot of pretty poses from different sits that you can do on the pole, check out the routine that we're leaving on screen. We're leaving the dance video on top and the tutorial at the bottom so you can give this one a try.
Until next time,
Bye.
bye.